What's up? What's up? Mic check 1 2 1 2. We're streaming on cell phone. Let me check my values. Make sure we all good. We are in Harvest Moon.
We are in
Yeah, we good. We good. So yeah, I'm gonna still be working out. I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still work it out. What I find myself doing. I just basically do leg raises if I'm in the bed. I do leg raises, and I find it effective because uh, a lot of times this is what most people have a problem with if they're overweight. A lot of Okay, 1 out of every 3 Americans is overweight. Most of Americans or people, and that's just all Americans, but obviously the black community is no, it's not like the black community is better off. Black people are heavier pound for pound, but yeah, what black people have weight issues as well. You can even say she could probably even say it's not even 1 out of 3 when it come to black people. It's like goddamn it, 2 out of 3 black people are overweight. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the weight issues that most people have is the midsection. And just in case you didn't know, that's an indication when you have weight in your stomach area, you're overeating. Yep, yep, you're overeating. You're eating too much. That's an indication that you need to shrink things down to a little bit, like as far as not eat so much, maybe eat less servings. Contact a nutritionist to get like a meal plan where you get your meals prepared, and also you probably need to fast and or reduce the amount that you eat. Like maybe go, if you're eating 3 meals a day, maybe go from eating 3 meals a day to eating like 1 meal a day, or the slim fast plan, which is basically like a shake or a salad or something light for lunch, and then a dinner, a nice sizable dinner, and that's it. Okay. Yeah. You thought I was gonna? You think I'm gonna put something in the title and not talk about fucking losing weight or not working out? You got another fucking thing coming, buddy. I mean, basically, this is a workout, motherfucker. Think I'm just gonna talk and run my fucking mouth and not get stronger? You know? Hell no. Shit. I've been doing this periodically for a while now, and I think about it when I I've done these before, but I always think about it. Damn, what if I done this shit years ago? It did it consistently. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times that's where you get your abs doing ab exercises. You know what I'm saying? Sit ups. Also, I mean, push ups help as well. But yeah, this is a fucking harvest moon exercise. Shit. I got nothing against fucking Lizzo. I've definitely fucked quite a few fat bitches in my life, but I'm not trying to be fucking Lizzo. Okay? I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to be no fat motherfucker about the size of Lizzo. You know, fuck that shit. You know what that means if you got that fucking fat? That means basically your ass just been eating and you just said fuck it and you just continue to eat and not do nothing, and then said fuck it again, and then continue to eat, went to sleep, lived your life, and kept eating, and then just goddamn it kept eating again, and not did shit but live your life and just kept eating. Okay, here's the thing about being a fat fucker. Okay, being fat means basically you can't hide the fact that you're poor. Okay, it's not that you can't deny that you're poor when you're fat, because basically here's the thing. Um, you're hiding, you're showing your poor health while you're basically walking around. People can see the fact that you're you're basically physically poor, and you're walking around with all of that weight. You continuously eat. You don't fast. You don't do a pause, because that's what a fast is. A fast is like basically a hard pause where you just basically stop eating. Okay, and you do what you got to do. Take a you do a detox. Usually, you need a detox to clean all of that excessive shit out your body, excessive toxic waste out your body, and basically fast it away. Detox it away. And yeah, like that's what really gets people. It's like and people hate that. A lot of times people really, really, that's one of the biggest things that if you ever focus on, if you wanted to create a channel, one of the best channels you can create is like a nutrition health channel, like where you working out, talking about nutrition, you talk about dieting, you talk about basically losing weight, because that's one of the biggest problems in America. A lot of where you can make profit is where basically where the problem is. One of the biggest problems is you have a lot of people that are overweight, and some people know how to deal with it. A lot of people don't know how to deal with it. They don't even. I mean, here's the guy's honest truth, right? So I've been looking into this a little bit, and I've been kind of observing things. A lot of times people don't have the ability to just stop. You got people, you got women that are single parents. They don't know how to stop. They don't know how to stop eating, because in their minds they have to feed their children, and then feeding their children involves feeding themselves and also feeding their children, and they don't have the concept to work out, because they're just basically wrapped up in their children all day. And it's like a very hard thing for them to change up their daily habits, their daily behaviors. But I mean, all you have to do is change your diet. Your children will have no choice but to follow your diet. Even if you feed them, you don't necessarily have to eat. What will happen is your children will watch you not eat as much or not eat, and they will follow what you're doing. They'll kind of like get the verbal cues and hints and think to themselves like, why is mommy not eating as much or not eating? Um, you know, what's going on? Their appetites might, um, kind of change a little bit, because they don't understand what's going on. And then if they see you working out, they see you doing some push-ups, some jumping jacks or something, guess what? They're gonna probably try to join in. They might laugh and joke about it, but they're gonna, they're gonna follow whatever their mom does. People, when you're young, you follow what your parents do, as an example. So, you set the tone. A lot of times, women being single, they get trapped in that cycle, in that independent cycle of like you could do all of this and you could do everything. It's a lie. It's a psyops. It's a psyops to keep you miserable, single, so you can die early. Yeah, it's everything. You got to think about it like this, right? If it's like, if it's the right thing to do, the rich will do it. Whatever the rich don't do. When I say rich, I'm not talking about a motherfucker with $100,000 job. I'm talking about people that have like $100 million plus net worth and all of that. You watch what they do, that tells you if it's the right thing to do or not. A lot of times, do you see them trying to be independent and all of that? No. What are they doing? They're getting married. They're trying to lead, have healthy diets. All of that. You know what I'm saying? They don't you don't you know they don't be up at Popeyes getting the next value meal. Okay, they don't eat that goofy shit. They don't eat that. You know what I'm saying? So they have private chefs, they have private meals prepared. That's what they do. Now I'm not saying that you got the money to get private meals and private chefs, but I mean, you already gotta spend money. It's nothing for you to spend a little money on yourself because it's only gonna help you. You get some type of nutritionist, get some weight plan. Most people probably, if you have a job, you got some type of health insurance. You could go see a nutritionist, probably by utilizing your health insurance, and they will give you meal plans. And you could cook them yourself. I used to moonlight, and I worked at a Hello Chef plant, and well, actually, HelloFresh. Okay, so HelloFresh, man, they have where you basically get your meal shipped to you. You get your meal shipped to you, and basically they come to your door, and all you have to do is prepare them. They already have everything you need. They have the instructions on how to cook the food and everything. Everything is laid out right there. You know, so yeah, I mean, all you have to do is do it. You know, so yeah, and that's one way of dealing with that. It kills two birds with one stone. Where you don't have to worry about cooking grocery, I mean, ordering that much groceries and running out of stuff. You could just have your meals shipped to you, and then you prepare them. You know, so that's one way of dealing with that problem, and also dealing with other problems at the same time. See, the thing is that, like I said, let's go back to the psyops. You know, we get some more, activity going on. Let's go back to the psyops. The psyops is for you to be some type of, like, a man-hating feminist, being single and independent. Basically so you can die early, die a miserable, cold death, early death. And you gotta think about it. Anything that, like I said, it goes against you, makes your life miserable, and makes your life unproductive. You gotta think who's behind this, who is making this, who is propagating this. You gotta think about it. Um, the global elites, they're not involved in that type of shit. As far as, like, they're not eating, they're not drinking that Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? They got money. They're intermingling and marrying, living in upper class neighborhoods, not drinking that Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like mostly who's vulnerable for that is definitely poor people. And it's a psyops. It's definitely a psyops. So it makes you mentally, fucked up, and struggle in life, and be depressed and all of that shit. Don't fall for that shit. I mean, I'm talking about men and women. Don't fall for this fucking psyops bullshit. Don't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, if I've helped you out, you got some, you know, uh, good insight from me. Definitely, all I have is Cash App. I don't have super chats or anything like that. So definitely, you know, uh, I would definitely appreciate if you have been getting help from this channel. If I've helped you out, you know what I'm saying. Good way to show your support is hitting that cash out. So yeah, I just like I said, a lot of this like struggling, trying to carry, big, heavy weight all by yourself, because everybody telling you to be independent and all that goofy shit. That's just that's a that's like I said, it's a psyops. It's something to make you think a certain way so you can live a miserable life. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Um, don't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'll say. Uh, as far as everything is said and done, um, yeah, most people are overweight in this country. Like about one out of every three people are overweight or obese. Um, I would say the black community, it's not even one out of three. It's like two out of three. So it's a big deal, and a lot of that, like I said, it's in the midsection. So people have the beer bellies and stuff like that. That's an indication that you're overeating, eating too much, um, and you know you have to do some measures to take care of that. You have to basically fast. Um, you have to stop eating. You've eaten too much. That's what that means when your stomach starts to protrude, start to get a beer belly. That means you've eaten too much. That's what that means. Um, that also means you have toxins in your body. Most likely, you have parasites as well. You are in bad need of detox. Detox is in your life, in your future. You need some type of detox and also fasting. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, I definitely sell um, detox herbs, owlsherbs.com. That is one of my many um, products that I sell, and you know it's available on owlsherbs.com, and it's basically made to ship. All you have to do is go and buy it, check it out. It ships within a week. Basically, it comes in 50 capsules to 100 capsules. Okay, so that's available. Owlsherbs.com. Let me show you that link. So let's get this going here. I'm on my phone, so things are kind of all over the place. Trying to click buttons, and it's like just different. But yeah, you know, basically, I have some of the best detox herbs. Basically, what it's going to do is going to make you basically have a bowel movement. One of the biggest things that it's going to do is going to boost up your metabolism really, really fast in order for you to have a bowel movement. Because basically, in other words, the harshest way to tell you are overweight is basically you full of shit. And some of your best friends, that's the best thing that they could tell you. You might not like to hear that, but your best friends will tell you. Basically, in other words, you are full of shit. Literally. Okay. As a friend, I will tell you basically to your face, yes, you're overweight got problems with obesity, high blood pressure, if you got even diabetes and shit like that, you are beyond and very much full of shit, literally. And yeah, you need to go on a fast, need to go on a detox, not just to be healthy, to save your fucking life. It's not even about even being healthy at that point. It's about saving your life because you're fucking dying. Okay, at that point, you're dying. That mean you know what diabetes actually means? Diabetes is basically inflammation. Inflammation in multiple different ways in places in your body. That's what diabetes is. So when anybody has diabetes, that means that they're inflamed in multiple places. That's what that in short is what diabetes actually is. You're inflamed, okay? Um, you have inflammation in multiple different parts of your body. So yeah, it's a big deal. Uh, it's a very very big deal. I know a lot of times what was going on is that you're being marketed to be fat. That's why Lizzo is a marketing tool, uh, primarily to the black community, to basically make you keep you in a state of you being fat. Because see, here's the thing about being fat. Um, if you're in the dating market and you're fat, you're uncompetitive. You're not competitive. You're a lot of times you're gonna have problems dating if you're overweight, and that goes for both men and women. So you're not competitive. Men don't fall for that shit. Obviously, a lot of women, they market Lizzo to women. Okay, so women are the ones that fall for that. So basically, yeah, don't fall for it. It is nothing about your weight that should be acceptable. Only thing about your weight that should be acceptable is the toilet that you use to shit the weight out. That's the only thing about your weight that should be acceptable. Okay. Accept me who I am. That's a lie. That's who you are because that's a sign of weakness. And of course it's you want to make sure that let's say in a war you want your enemy to be weak. You want them to be weak and to be non-competitive. Okay, so there you go. I know what is what's up with that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fall for it, and I suggest you not to fall for it. Okay. um and that is that's all out. That's pretty much the meat and potatoes of that situation there. We are in the harvest moon. It's a full moon. It's August, so it's almost harvest time. I got some you know stuff growing in the garden. I'm gonna get ready to pluck out the soil. Hopefully, my harvest has been great. I've been growing some potatoes, some onions, cucumbers, and some habanero. Actually, ghost peppers. Ghost peppers. Actually, no. They're called scorpion peppers or something like that. They're supposed to be really really hot peppers, and also collard greens. So I probably got another like couple months. August is not my harvest month. It's gonna be probably most likely either September or October. It's when I'll probably be ready because I started late. So I got probably another 2 months to go for everything is gonna be laid out. So yeah, that's that. So basically, the workout I'm doing right now is leg raises. Basically, lifting my legs up and over my body. I mean, not over my body, but like just basically straight up and then down. Now these are good for men, and as well as women. This is an ab exercise. Your lower extremities, basically. And these are good exercises for sex. For sex, okay. If you're if you are struggling in that department, these exercises help with that. Also the bike exercises, getting on the exercise bike also helps because you're basically dealing with the lower part of your body. Doing those, these are like lower workouts. Um, if you're top heavy, it's good with that too. But a lot of times people are struggling in the midsection. These are very good exercises for that. And it's basically very simple, and very effective. Okay, very highly effective. Okay, so yeah. So a lot of times things are mind over matter. It's a lot going on. People are struggling with things financially, but a lot of things is health oriented. A lot of things. The reason why you're struggling in other areas is because you're sick, because you're unhealthy. A lot of times you have to deal with the health before you deal with the wealth. Before you even try to make any wealth, you need to deal with your health. And that's a daily task. It's a daily task. Uh, so I find myself you know trying to deal with that a lot. Um, some people have their struggles. Is People have different struggles, but a lot of times people have the same struggles. You know, it's you know, it just depends on what you're dealing with. All I can say is that when it comes down to if you are, like I say, dating, um, there's a big dating imbalance in the United States. Uh, you know, one of the things that you can work on is easier to work on. Like if you don't have a lot of money, right? This is for men. You don't have a lot of money. Um, it's harder to make money than it is to work on your physique. Okay, so if you have a problem with your physique, it's easier to work on your physique than it is to make a whole bunch of money, in my opinion. Like for example, if you don't have like a very you know masterful physique, meaning you don't have six pack abs, you don't have like a muscular build. It's easier to work on that than it is to make a whole bunch of money, in my opinion. You just go, keep going, working out at the gym or working out at home or working out, wherever you are. You know, um, you outside, we can work out in the park. You can run. You know what? It's a lot of different things that you can do, and you work on your body, losing weight, shrinking, and building muscle. Next thing you know, you have a masterful physique. You know, pretty much the world is at your oyster at that point because you have a muscular alpha frame and a master physique, or a masterful physique, where it's like you're strong in your upper body and lower body, and you have some type of definition, meaning your body, people can see your body and it's defined. You have you know a very defined a muscular physique from head to toe. Okay, six pack abs bulging out, muscular legs, muscular arms, right? You're not overweight. And that might take like 6 months to a year to have that type of reality, depending on depending on how heavy you are or whatnot. It might take anywhere between 1 year to 6 months, or maybe 2 to 3 years. You know, and then you have a $1 million. See, what I'm trying to tell you is you can have $1 million frame. You ever heard of the $1 million man? Well, you can have $1 million body. Meaning, if you have a body that looks like you work out, basically looks like you possibly even get you're a bodybuilder. Women are gonna be magnetized to you because you have a body that's very different than what the average man has. And all you did was just work on your body, work on your nutrition, and focus on your health for a period of time. And you got that. You worked on your body like somebody works on a house. You just basically continuously worked on your body. You know, and it shows. When it's summertime, or even it don't even matter if it's summertime. When you go out and about, you probably go to the gym or whatever. You wear your shirts, they can see you are toned up. See you have a masterful frame. Okay, you stand out. Women actually go crazy over men that have that type of body. And you could not have any money whatsoever. A lot of times, guys like that, they go into certain things. I mean, I'm not saying that's what you should do, but it's men that have bodies like that. They go into basically being a male entertainer and stuff like that. I mean, you certainly can do that if that's what you want to do. I mean, you don't have to, but it's a lot of different things you could do when you have a body like that. One is you could be a personal trainer. Okay, you set an example that you have a body that people can see, that they know you didn't get it overnight. They know that you've been working on your shape, your physique. They can see that you've accomplished that. They want to be physically fit themselves. Okay, you can go get your certification if you want, or you could just be a private trainer where you train people on how to work on their physique. Okay. Two is like I say, you can kind of like the model. You can go into maybe even being, like I say, a male entertainer or something like that. Um, that's kind of going out of the going into the weeds as far as things, but that's one thing. You could also even you can go into bodybuilding and stuff like that, competition, stuff like that. That's another way you could kind of use your physique and stuff like that. And then just old fashioned, you could just use your physique to get the results that you want from women. You're going to get women that other guys are going to have a hard time getting, because you define your masculinity to the fullest with your body. You have a defined body. You have fledgling muscles, abs, legs. You got, your veins are popping out. You work out so much. You're so strong. People can see that. Women can see that. There you go. The world is your oyster. You're competitive amongst men, in the dating market. So you could not have hardly any money whatsoever, but you have $1 million frame. Okay, you have $1 million body. Okay, you worked on that. It took you a period of time from a span of 6 months to a couple years to get to that point, and you got there. Okay, um, other people that are fat and stuff like that, they're not gonna be able to have the same results. They're not gonna be able to compete with somebody that has a body like that, and they know that. They're gonna have to come out their pocket. They're gonna probably have to even be a simp or a John or whatever, and pay women to be in their company. When all you had to do was basically walk down the street with a wife beater, and then you got, basically women choosing signals by just basically looking at you like a moth to a flame. Okay, um, that's the reality of that, man. You know that's what Ron Wills talks about. One of the last remaining, dating coaches, old school dating coaches. He talks about body game, body game, body game. Work on your body. Like that's literally, the last advice he can give you. Like, really ain't really, it's a lot of other things, but if you got, your body is not in shape, you definitely have a lot of room left on the table, that is left to negotiate. I mean, it's like basically you don't really have to negotiate if you got your body in order. Your body speaks for you. Even the great Alan Roger Curry used to talk about body game. Okay, a lot of guys that don't really have a good way with words. They basically let their body speak for themselves. They walk down the street and they got muscles coming out their neck, coming out their arms and their legs, and six packs just popping like pow, 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 pow. I mean, those that their body speaks for them. Women see that and they already choose up on them. They don't really hardly have to say anything, but um, can you put your number in my phone? That's all they gotta say. Because their body speaks for themselves. Okay. Their body is their representative. And these women, they know also that you are, a specimen. You're a specimen that other women also want. They know that you possibly have other women because obviously you have other women. I mean, look at you. If you have a body like that, it takes a certain level of understanding and care to get a body like that. I certainly been skinny. I've been skinny most of my whole life. I didn't start having weight issues until I probably got into my mid 20s. Before that, I used to be like really skinny. I used to be like a skinny, like athletic, young man basically. And I was just tall and skinny. I didn't even really have that much, muscles and stuff like that. I just was slim and skinny and tall. You know, and yeah, I definitely, I definitely didn't have the problems as far as like attracting women um with that type of build. You got to think about it. When you're overweight, even men know. Men don't struggle as much as women do with being delusional about their weight. They understand. Damn, I need to lose weight. They don't have nobody convincing them anything otherwise. They wouldn't even listen to no dude telling them, you gotta accept me as I am. They know that that's not true. Men understand whatever they don't have, they have to compensate for it. They have to come out their pocket for it. So that's that. Women struggle with that reality. Women are making a lot of money, and they are coming out of their pocket. They are realizing that they have to compensate for where they have coming up short at. And a lot of it is, I would say, with women, it's not even just so much the weight. Unfortunately, it's even worse for black women. A lot of it is behavior and attitude, bad behavior and bad attitudes, and then you combine that with the weight, and it's just like a deal breaker. It's like no deal whatsoever, and it's like only thing that they have left is sex in a mouth, you know. And it's like you can only compensate so much before it's like, I mean, I can't just deal with you because you're giving me some head and some pussy. Um, you know, Esmeralda Maria, she's not giving me hardly any lip. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's not giving me, the bad behavior. And it's like why do I have to deal with all of this bad behavior and the weight issues, and if I try to get you to cook and clean, you want to have an argument with me. It's like a big it's a big deal. It's a deal breaker. It's no deal. So it's just like guys will be like, you know what? I mean, I just pay $80 and in half an hour, you know, um, I have some sex, I get what I want, you know, and then I leave if I even want that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a better deal to deal with that than to have to deal with that long term where you have to deal with the woman's attitude and bad behavior and weight, and her to stick around to hear all of that antagonizing words and behavior. And it's like, just to get some sex. It's like it's not worth it. It's like guys would just rather pay for that, pay for the sex, and then you go deal with your behaviors. You give that to somebody else. You leave that, on the table, and you just bring the sex, and then I'll give you what you need, and then I'll leave after the sex is over with. And you can go argue with somebody else, and that's just being kind. I mean, some guys are not even paying any money. they're not even, they say fuck the sex. I'll just take my passport, go overseas, and then I don't have to deal with none of that, and a better broad, a better looking broad, and it's cheaper. And it's like, I mean, and that's just if I even want to do that. I mean, it's certainly don't have to just pay for women to go overseas. You could get, there's single women overseas. I mean, so it's like, okay, it's a competition. That's what this thing is, man. A lot of guys are opening up to the, fact that it's competition. It's not just wherever's in my backyard. It's a global world that we live in. It's 8 billion people. Um, I don't have to deal with it. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow because a lot of guys are opening you know their wallets, filing for passports because they it's just like, man, I mean, it's just not really even a deal. It's like, man, I could just think about it. I could just have sex 4 times a year. I could just basically travel 4 times a year. It cost me what? It cost me a couple grand, and I could just totally just live the best life I can overseas. And I mean, you know, all I got to do is just wait for my next time that I could travel, and then boom. I mean, this is a reality that guys is already living. Guys is already living like this. It's just people are waking up to it now. But I know guys personally that they travel a couple times a year. They go to different parts of the world a couple times a year, and they deal with whatever they deal with back home, but they just waiting to travel again. You know, I mean, some people say it's a sad existence, but it's just a sign of the times. You know, um, it just is what it is. How did it get? How did it get here? Uh, you know, that's a conversation, I guess, for another day. I mean, I ain't really got time to break all of that down. I mean, of course I did, but uh, it just is what it is. I mean, it's kind of tripped out, but um, you know, it's not very pleasing, man. For some men, they you know have a challenge, and they're not getting what they want, and they have an out. And I guess some people don't like the fact that they have that out, but they certainly have that out. You know, they don't have to deal with you know um, being undervalued. I guess you could say it's not even so much a guess, but you could just basically say a lot of men are undervalued. That's the thing. That's the word of the day. Undervalued. Okay. Because certainly men, they overvalue. A lot of men overvalue women, right? The United States of America is the simp nation. This is I call this simp nation. The USA is simp nation. Okay, so yeah, this is simp nation. So in simp nation, um, men overvalue women. That's the behavior that's common. Men overvalue women. This is how much women are overvalued in America. Men actually kill other men for average women and below average women in America because they overvalue women so much. Simps killing other dudes for average or below average women as far as looks. Even you can even say strags in America because that's how much of a simp nation this is. And understanding this a simp nation is very, very valuable. Okay. My channel, my knowledge, my insight is very, very high tier because it took years of understanding research to get to the point where, I do have that concept, I do have that mindset, and that mindset is very, very valuable. It took me a long time to get that mindset, and that mindset is very, very valuable. I'm not probably liked by a lot of women, but I'm respected. See, respect from women is love. That's actual love from men. Men getting respect from women, that's our love. Okay. We don't really need all of that fake shit that, love the other, flowers, roses, and all that other goofy shit. Women can do all kind of stuff, man. And it doesn't amount to much. Okay. Women can lick all of your orifices, take all of your, man milk and all of that, and still disrespect you, and it's just for nothing. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, it is very unproductive. Okay. Um, respect is everything. Okay. Respect is love for men. Okay. And in this country, a lot of times men are very much disrespected, undervalued, and the men, they overvalue women because they're simps. Okay. And these guys, they don't like that. They don't like to be called simps. Sometimes they don't like it because they have to realize that they are, the men that are, and then you have men that already realize that they're simps, and they don't also like to be called it, but they've made their choice. They prefer to live that simp lifestyle, and you know, in some form of the simp army, because there's an army of simps. I did a video on this. Whether they're a commander, a simp commander, or higher up, they made a life to around being a simp. And usually, if they're definitely a simp commander, right? They make quite a bit of money being a simp commander. Okay. And they have a lot of simps under their command. So yeah. um they don't like the fact to be exposed. They don't like to be exposed by other people, other men calling them simps. Okay. They don't like that. you know so yeah. This simp nation is a nation where men are undervalued. Okay. And then men overvalue women. Because see, here's the thing. I'm telling you facts. I'm spitting absolute facts, right? Okay. Um, I'm the only person that talks like this as far as things is concerned. Men, it's other guys that talk, like they, but they don't talk like I talk. I mean, I have my own unique way of communication, but this is all you're gonna get. I mean, I don't really get that much support because it's simps. It's an army of simps. This is a simp country. These guys are undercover simps, see double agent simps, all kind of simps, man. And I don't get no support whatsoever. But I'm gonna tell you, I know what's going on. This is a simp nation, okay? A lot of things is revolve around being a simp, okay? And being a simp means that you overvalue women, and that for guys that want to do that, whatever they're free to do that. But that's the thing, okay? Fine, I understand that, and then I also understand that men are undervalued. Guys are undervalued. Okay, knowing that, like I said, when I used to watch GI Joe when I was young, at the end of every episode, they said knowledge is half the battle. Already know. Okay, Simp Nation, men are undervalued. Okay, it just is what it is. It's that's how things are. But knowing is what half the battle. The other half is applying what you know. Okay, um, don't overvalue women. You know what I'm saying? Period. Pooh, like they say, don't overvalue women. Period. Okay, you know, even if you pay, like, okay, I was listening to Platinum Elite, and there's some dude that say he gives some chick 300. He gives some chick $300 a month. He's a simp, obviously. He's an army simp. Okay, I ain't gonna say no names, but if you know, you know. He gives some chick overseas $300 a month. He's a simp. He overvalues what? Women. He doesn't give anything in return. He doesn't get anything in return for his $300 a month. He gets nothing. He gets absolutely dust farts from women for that $300. Okay, literally $300 he's giving away U.S. dollars. Okay, to get dust, to get ghost pussy. Okay, at least, okay, if you gonna do that, right, you gonna spend $300, just get three hood rats. You get three hood rats for about a half an hour to an hour. Okay, you can certainly negotiate that, and then boom, at least you got three hood rats. I mean, obviously, you don't want to spend $300 on hood rats if you're not gonna punish them. If you're not gonna punish them, meaning you ain't got hard, dick to give, you might as well not even bother, because you're just playing around, you know. Um, so yeah, you just been holding and you can't get laid, hey, it is what it is. You got that much money and you got that much stamina and you got wood to give. Hey, $300, three chicks. You could have three chicks a month, boom. That's what you can get. And at least you're getting something. I mean, this guy's giving $300 to get nothing, to get, some type of, conversation and videos of some chicks, somewhere in the world. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's an example of why women look at this country and they're just, they're just their mouth is watering because this is a simp nation. This is a simp nation. Men um, overvalue women. Okay, overvalue. Okay, I mean, um, best case scenario, like I said, man, you got $80, you spend it on a chick, if you own that type of shit, you wear her ass out. I mean, you give her the best wood that you can give, and you make her fucking come back to back to back, and then you got them and have her like, damn, okay, um, I know I charged you $80, but you know what? Next time, you know what? You get half off. And that happens. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you it lets you know that you basically you don't need to be paying for no pussy. You should be getting paid for fucking pussy because you got a prostitute, they getting paid off of dudes that can't get laid. Okay. Um, if you got good dick, you supposed to be the one getting paid. Okay. That's what that means. If women are giving you, if you got whores giving you discounts, that means that your dick is pretty much just as valuable to get paid from women. Because it's high quality, which means you should already have some chick, you know, and you should be getting paid. That's what that means. And you know what? No, I ain't gonna front, man. I mean that's happened to me. And I had to learn from that. Like, yeah, like okay, obviously, you know, this is a situation where I should one be doing this, and two, she's telling me that I'm the one should be getting paid from this scenario. So I mean, that's some men don't have the stomach for that or whatever. Hey, it is what it is. I ain't gonna tell all of my business, but yeah, you shouldn't. You basically should get at the very least full value if you're gonna be spending money. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Not overvaluing these women. You know what I'm saying? You should, like I said, if you are going to spend your money, you should get your money's worth. Okay. Um, yeah. I mean that's all I can say about it. Like a lot of these men, they're overvaluing these women, and even women that they're in a relationship, they're overvaluing them. They're getting, disrespect. They're getting no meals. They're getting nothing as far as any type of like catered to, not getting catered to whatsoever. They're getting a bunch of lip, a bunch of disrespect. No help whatsoever, and makeup sex, and that's it. And that's what they're getting. Okay, and that's overvaluing a woman, way overvaluing women to the point where you're in a toxic relationship with a woman. You're in a toxic relationship with a subprime woman, and you think that's cool just because you got a woman. You look at a guy that's single like he's a sucker or lame, that can't get women. When you got a toxic woman, you got a toxic bitch, that you got to argue with and fuss and fight. When somebody else that doesn't even have a woman, at least they don't have to deal with that. They don't have to argue, fuss and fight, you know, um, no bitch, especially a bitch that's unappreciative. I mean, no woman should be arguing and fussing and fighting with you. You you're working, you're making money, you're providing them protection, covering, a roof, okay, a house, housing, vehicles, money, okay, um, help, all of your, basically what you bring to the table. Okay, is women should be bowing at your feet. They should be bowing before you. Okay, that's how you have to look at it. See, this is the shit that nobody tells you. Your daddy don't tell you this. Your uncle don't tell you this. Your brother don't tell you this. Only it's some men that they know this. Not every man knows this. Not they not told this. And that's the thing. That's when you're getting value. This is a value system world. This is people talk about capitalism. I mean, it's a money channel, right? But how about this? I look at everything as compensation, or not so much compensation, but value. If the woman is not valuable, you know, and you're overvaluing her, guess what that makes you? A simp. That's what that makes you. A fucking simp. A sucker ass simp. That's what that makes you. Okay? And you're a fool. And I have to be the friend to tell you that you're a fool, you know, and that's it. You know, what you do from there, that's what you do. That's your business. I mean, I've been there before, but that's your business now. I don't have to deal with that. I've dealt with that already, but that's your business. But you got men that are delusional. They think just because they're in a relationship, um, you know, that's all that matters. Then you hear about these people on the 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock news. You hear about these people, you know, on the news stories, on the daily social media posts. You hear about these, murder suicides, these murder for hires, these lovers, quarrels, that end in violence because the guy finally just gets fed up and he just offs the chick, or vice versa. The chick finds out the dude is gonna leave her, and he's a high value simp, or even a chick that's in poverty that knows her future is in poverty, and a guy just has a regular job. She finds out the dude is gonna leave her, and she's gonna, she don't have anybody left to, support her and help her. She knows her future is on the street. She might do something, and cause that guy harm. Okay, it only happens every fucking day in America, and that's just a regular dude. That's not no high value man or nothing like that. A high value simp. Okay, that's just a regular degular simp. Okay, working, making less than $50,000 a year. That's everything to a chick that's a bum. That is you know, um, used to being overvalued, knows how to um, get get simps under her wing. You know, um, that's every day. Happens every day. You know, happens every day. Simp kills, girlfriend, wife, whatever, or wife kills boyfriend, or yeah, boyfriend. Oh, girlfriend kills boyfriend, whatever, that type of stuff. But yeah, that's what goes on in Simp Nation. Goes on every day in Simp Nation. Okay. I mean, even if you're overweight, it doesn't mean that you don't have to overcompensate because you're overweight. You can deal with it. Go, deal with it one day at a time. Take the advice, lose weight, fast. Doesn't mean you gotta overcompensate by, you know, um, dealing with a subprime, you know, um, disrespectful bitch. That doesn't mean that, but a lot of times, yeah, that's what dudes do. That's what dudes do in America, in Simp Nation, Um, and they think that shit's cool. And then just because the bitch got some big ass titties and a fat ass, I mean, that don't mean shit to me. That's nothing. That's $100. Tops 150. You know? I mean, that's what that is. And I'm gonna be honest, like, some people like, oh, he talking about buying pussy, but the thing is that if you're overvaluing women, you're already paying too much than even $150. you you're already paying for it way more than $100 at a time. Okay, you're dealing with you getting your soul taken, you getting your life taken away from you day by day. It's the stress, the depression that you got to deal with coming home, the drinking, the drugs that you got to take, the despair that you have to deal with. What's the value of that? Okay, dealing with that, toxic strag that you have to deal with. Okay, um, you know, that like I say, if that's what you really, if you just so into big titties and fat asses and pussy, that shit makes you, you stay because that's what you overvalue. Then damn, I mean, like I said, what's worse? That's up to you. That's up to you to make that choice. Or get with a woman that values you. Y'all both have reciprocal value. Okay. See what I said? I said reciprocal. You understand that word? Yeah. Research that word, reciprocal. Cause see, a lot of you motherfuckers, you don't understand reciprocal value. You don't understand what reciprocal means. Okay. Because your daddy and your mama never told you, and nobody else told you. So um, you know, that's that. Like I say, I don't get no. I mean, I get very little. You know, um, as far as like any kudos, like, hey, yeah, thanks, man. You the man or whatever. I get very few people that tell me, okay, yeah, man, you were helping me out. I get fuckers sneak soaking, going to their channel, saying shit, and then going live and shit on people's channel nationwide and shit, saying stuff that I say that's unique to what I say. And it's like I understand, okay, this person's been, watching me and shit in the clouds and don't give me no type of shout out or nothing. It's like, oh, okay, you know. And it's like, these people, man, I have to say, some of these people, they just taking bits and pieces of what I talk about. But it's like, nigga, why don't you just take the whole piece? I mean, eat the whole cake, motherfucker. And then maybe you'll have, less problems in your life. Don't piecemeal what I say. Take the whole goddamn cake, motherfucker. Don't just take little pieces of what I say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're gonna be in the clouds, motherfucker, get the whole cake, brother. Get the whole goddamn sponge cake, my brother. I mean, certainly, I mean, don't just get little pieces here and there, because if you get the whole cake, you might not have to motherfucking do stupid ass shit. You could actually fucking live your life and goddamn, what I'm saying, have some type of motherfucking um um you know up and comings to your life. You know what I'm saying, you can move on to other stuff, because I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of stuff, I ain't gonna lie, I gave you for free. Some people are, they join my Patreon, okay, and I gave you subprime and prime. That is $1 million. That alone is $1 million right there. You know why? Because when I gave you that, I told you it's two different types of women. It's one you going, what I'm saying, pay dearly for. Another one, what I'm saying, their worth is weight in gold. And that alone will fucking put you in a situation where it's like, okay, at least, all right, I know I don't need to I don't need to choose these women. I need to work on myself and choose these women over here. And that alone will motherfucking leave you to a situation where, okay, you might have less problems in your life dealing with women in this simp nation. Okay. I mean, that went over a lot of motherfuckers' heads. And it's like, okay, I get it. Guys, they have their problems. They, have their egos and their, little, problems and shit that they deal with in their heads. and their little, weeble minds. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But, that, like I said, um, you know, I know what I know, and I don't, like I said, I don't have the problems that you have. I don't have the drama that you have, and I live a fulfilled life. I live a very, very fulfilled life. I don't have the problems that a lot of men have. Because I know, okay, like I said, I know the value of a woman, okay, and I don't overpay for it, okay, and I get a lot of value out of women without having to hardly give much in return, okay, because it took some you know it took some time, some research, getting hit upside the head, some heartache and pain to get there. But yeah, like I said, I mean, yeah, don't just take just little bits and pieces, man. Take the whole piece, okay? And then while you at it, motherfucker, god damn it, hit the motherfucking cash out. You know why? You know what I'm saying? Why you sneaking? Hey, show a motherfucker that you, god damn it, you value what's being said. You know, don't just motherfucking be a bum, okay? Don't be saying shit, talking about little bits and pieces of what I say. And obviously, I can tell, you've been just watching me and saying the same shit I say, like a monkey, like a monkey mimicking another monkey. There's nothing wrong with that, but hey, at least show a motherfucker, man, you care. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Boom. That's what I do. I'll be like, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Here you go. Here go $5. Here go $10. You know, um, and that's that. But all you got to do is understand this is a simp nation. Be aware of that, and that's that. That's one of the biggest things that I'll have to say. This is a simp nation. Okay, don't break your back over this simp nation. Don't overeat. Don't overstress yourself out. Take your time. Skip lunch. Lose the weight. You know, decrease fat. Build muscle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a simp nation. Okay, women undervalue men. Of course, they suffer from that too. They suffer from that error as well. Women suffer from undervaluing women. I mean, yeah, they undervalue women too. Yes, indeed. That was definitely a Freudian slip. That was definitely true. Women also undervalue women. And they also kill other women too. Women are having a lot of bisexual lesbian relationships, and they're killing each other, literally. And also, women, they very, very much undervalue men. And then what happens from that? They, later realize they made a bad decision. Okay. They didn't understand. Then they understand, you know, they have to make some type of correction. They have to change the way they look at things. They have to say, okay, I did a grave error. I undervalued that man. I thought all men were the same. They're not. Um, I thought all men are replaceable. They're not. I was listening to these, these basically hyena coaches telling me all of these things about how men ain't shit and all of this stuff, and then I got sent off, and I have to suffer from this, and I've definitely I lost out on good men with these bad you know this bad logic that I had. And then they, some of the women, a lot of the women they never recover from that. They don't recover from that. They get older and older, and then it's all said and done. A lot of times when men reach, I mean when women reach 40, it's a done deal as far as dating and mating. Your best days are over. Your best days are over. I mean, at that point, you gotta you they unfortunately they have to start dating older men. Okay, and they don't like that shit. They hate that shit, but that's the reality. They have to start dating older men. By the time women reach 40, they start having to date men that are their age or older. Okay, 45, 55, 65-year-old men, they got money. If they smart, they'll get the man that got money, the 55-year-older, the 59-year-old or whatever. And they'll just sit down and what I'm saying, and try to deal with that man. Um, their best days as far as dating is over. By the time they get 45, 55, it's pretty much donezo. um any last approaches that they try to do just look ridiculous, look like they start looking like clowns when they try to dress like the young women and all of that type of stuff. And it's like, that's how they suffer. They do suffer as well in this simp nation. They suffer dearly. Women suffer so much, they're dying early. Okay, they're being independent. They're pushed this psyops. They're going eating this psyops like a fucking steak dinner, like a fucking surf and turf, and they're dying early. Trying to be men. Okay, putting on the pants, going to work is killing them, literally killing them early. I've seen this personally in my own life, in my own family, dying before you even reach 50. Okay. The mortality rate for women is fucking plummeting because they're trying to be so independent. It's killing them. And it's hard. This is definitely went really, really dark. It went really, really black pill really, really fast. And unfortunately, it's reality. And it's something that, you know, um I can't say anything other than it's true. Ain't nobody even gonna say anything. They just gonna let this shit's gonna stay up, and it's gonna be just another one of my videos. That's just gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like ain't nobody gonna ever say anything to the contrary. And whatever, low views or not, it's gonna fucking the reality is gonna be still the reality. They already know it. It's common sense. It's nothing that can be refuted. You know, the stats are already there. I ain't gotta fucking don't believe me, research it. Google is your friend. Go to Professor Google and ask them. And you'll see, and maybe from that, that you'll understand, okay, that women also suffer in this simp nation. Okay. So yeah, I've I've done quite a few leg raises. Um, Also, I have to say your legs is gonna get strong too. I'll be back on the bike shortly. Just I'll have to say the bike. Yeah, I'll get back on there. But yeah, yeah, lose the weight, man. Lose the weight. Go on alzherbs.com. Get your detox. Start you a fast. Start you a detox as well. You could do both at the same time. Lose that, lose that weight. Um, you know, get that shit about you. You full of shit. As a friend to tell you to another friend, you're full of shit. That's why you're fat. You got a lot of toxins, a lot of waste, a lot of parasites. That's why your stomach is so fucking huge because you've been overeating, been eating that bullshit, and it's been years of you eating that shit, and you're full of shit. You're literally full of shit. You got toxins and parasites all in your stomach, having a fucking party in there, and then you just getting swole and swole and swole. And then even if you try to lose weight, like going to the gym and stuff like that, it's not gonna work because without detoxing and removing those parasites, it's null and void. They're just gonna keep fucking baking more babies, more parasites in your stomach and eating you alive. You know, and you thinking working out and just going on a diet is gonna do something, and it's not. And nobody will tell you this, because um, a lot of people probably don't even know, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you the truth. You know, it's the reason why my video on parasites got 11,000 views. It's the reason why it got that so many views because it's a lot of people with parasites. A lot of times, you should get a juicer. I got to remind myself to get a juicer as well. Got to get another one. Need to drink more juice, make more juice, more smoothies, and that should be used as like a meal replacement. So instead of going and get fucking 6 wings and some fries and a pie, you get a smoothie, or you drink some juice. You make you enough juice, get you a liter bottle, and then make your juice for the week. You put it in there. You know what I'm saying? And then this is me trying to help you help yourself. You know, definitely like, share, subscribe, support. You know what I'm saying? Your support is greatly appreciated. You can support me in many ways. You can support yourself by going on alsherbs.com, getting you some, detox, got weight issues, you're trying to lose weight, get that detox formula. Um, you can start right there. That's how you can support me. You can definitely hit me on the Cash App, you know, um, $ NBA Genius One, and let me know that am I full of shit? Am I saying the right things? Am I lying? Am I making all of this up? Am I full of shit? Am I just a lying motherfucker? Am I one of them lying red pill, black pill motherfuckers that's sending you off? You know, let me know. Either way, you know, definitely is not an echo chamber. If you want to talk, all you gotta do is come out the clouds, quit hiding like a little bitch, and then just motherfucker say drop the link. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop the link. You know, but I know you women, got you, got you working hard day and night like Michael Jackson, you know, trying to, keep up with compete with all of the other simps, you know, because you're overvaluing these motherfuckers when all they want is some hard fucking dick. That's all they want. Yeah, they say they want money and all of that bullshit and all that. They want some hard fucking dick. That's what they want. They want to come back to back to back with some hard dick. They want dick hard, dry, and long. That's what they want. They don't want all that other goofy shit. That's lies. That's what they say just to be, politically correct. They want to fucking, come. That's all they want. And you know what they're doing to get that? They're getting with other women and they're even getting with fucking teenagers. You know, they're risking fucking jail time, being teachers, getting with young adolescent boys that obviously have no money. You know, shout out to Ron Wills, definitely one, you know, talking about that. And then they're also getting with fucking inmates in prison, in jail, while they're, you know, being sheriffs and COs and shit. That lets you know that it's not about, you know, money as far as what they are after. It's after, they're after pleasure. Okay, they're pleasure seekers. They want you know, what you know, you got, you know, your abilities that God gave you know, which is your fucking, you know, hard dick. That's what they want. Okay, don't let them fool you. You know what I'm saying? Don't overvalue them. You know, if anything, you should get maximized value, which means that you undervalue them. Because there's so many people that's overvaluing them. You should undervalue them. Okay, that's when you know you hit the mark. But anyway, I am about to close this out.